Welcome on my channel and peace and blessings to everyone. So, we all know that, when we used to have a conversation with God, God always talks about wisdom, knowledge, everything. And what Jesus wants from us to have a wisdom, have a knowledge and understanding of human behavior, to understanding of other people emotions, showing empathy to others. So this is what Jesus wants from us. We know we have heard from various teachings, we have gone through the Bible, everywhere you will see those things. So regarding these things, today I'm going to talk about a certain incident. You all know, those who have gone through it, is a story, brief story about Saul. I'm going to discuss, that is St. Paul. So we all know that before St. Paul became one of the saint, popular saint in the entire Bible, and started writing about, started preaching and writing both. He was the most popular one, and he was a very good servant of Jesus Christ. And he but we all know that before he became Saint Paul, before he became saint, he was actually not that what he used to be right now, how he has been known throughout worldwide. So before Saul became Saint Paul, he used to be somebody who never used to like people, whoever followed Jesus Christ. He used to persecute those people regardless of their gender, whether they are male or female, whoever they are. He used to persecute these people from their land. He told them that, you they also he also used to capture those people and put these people on into the prison. And one day what happened was, Paul has been instructed by the chief priest and the Pharisees of the temple to go to the Damascus. And there they can see that many Jewish people over there, who are following the path of Jesus Christ, and he has been instructed to go to this place and bring all those peoples and to put them in the prison. And so Paul and his followers were going to the Damascus. On the way, what happened suddenly, that he saw a light came from the heaven. And he suddenly somebody said that, when he saw that light came in front of in front of him, that light was saying to Saul, that Saul, Saul, why you are persecuting me? So he said that, who are you, my Lord? So that was that time Jesus answered that, I am Jesus Christ of Nazareth, whom you are persecuting. So he said, he just bent down on his knees and started crying. And suddenly what happened, Jesus said that, for 3 days you won't be able to see anything, and he became blind. Then what happened, he has been taken by his followers. Since he could not see, he has been taken by his followers to a tent near the Damascus. And for 3 days he was so frustrated because he could not see anything. He was completely blind. And what happened, he stopped eating food and everything. Then what happened is, like that, suddenly one of his disciples of Jesus Christ, his name was Barnabas. So, Jesus Christ instructed one of his servant to go to, to Damascus, and to the tent where Saul was staying. And he instructed that, you go and heal that person, because he has become blind for 3 days. He is not able to see. So one of his disciple is saying that, Father, Lord, you are saying, should I help that person who is your enemy, who is trying to persecute each one of us? He has killed indirectly the Stephen, another saint, who has been, stoned by the common people in front of the Saul, and he was stoned to death. So he told all this to Jesus Christ, that, why you want to save that criminal who is exploiting the land, who is exploiting the people of Jerusalem, and he's killing those people, persecuting people, whoever is following your path. So Jesus said, do not worry, because he has to suffer in my name. And that is why, and he has a special mission. He has a special mission to fulfill, where and through this process he has to suffer in my name. So that's what he's saying. So now I'm going to say, so the rest of the story you know very well, that he went to that place and he healed Paul from that situation, Saul, and after 3 days he could clearly see. And then he started preaching about Jesus Christ. So we all know this story. But have you ever thought of this, that why was the conversation when happened between one of the disciple and Jesus Christ, that why Jesus told him that, I need this man. He has to suffer in my name. First of all, what Jesus is trying to mention is that he has to suffer in his name, because we all know whoever follows the path of Christ, we has to go through the same pattern, same punishment, same persecution, criticism, everything that Jesus has faced in his life. We have to go through this suffering the same way. Until and unless we don't go through that path, we won't attain the salvation. We won't attain the freedom in Christ. We won't understand what real peace and real freedom means in Jesus Christ. So understand. First thing. Second thing is that there is a, as you can see very well, when Barnabas was telling Jesus Christ that, his disciple was telling his, when they had a conversation, his disciple was confused, because he is not being able to understand why Jesus wants to help somebody who is like a criminal. He is killing, this person is hating whoever is following Jesus Christ. He is killing so many people. He has persecuted so many people, and whatever he whatever he feels like he's doing to all the disciples of, or whoever following the path of Jesus Christ, then there is a confusion. But still God is saying that I have selected him, he is the chosen one, and he has to suffer in my name. So he's a chosen one, he has to fulfill my service. So here is that, this is where I want to say that this has come the wisdom of the knowledge. What in general, what we can't see, God can see that thing. What do you learn from this conversation? This is a very short conversation. What do you learn from? What do we learn from this conversation is that we as a human being, we always try to find fault in everybody, in everyone. If we see somebody, something slightly different than us, or if that person, let me give you an example, whether if you see a fat person or a fat lady is dancing, or if you see that maybe that person is not that good looking, but he is trying to, or she's trying to be good looking, or whatever it is, or maybe that person is thin, or maybe that person is fat, whatever he's, and I mean, I'm giving you any example, whatever the reason is, and maybe that person does not talk very well, some person talks harshly, some person talks softly. So it can be anything. What happened on first stance, what we see in that person is like that, what is, our first time, when we are seeing that person, if some our first judgment is like that, see how fat he is, see how thin he is or she is, or the way he is or she is dancing with his body, it's like whatever, or he talks or she talks very rudely, or his way of talking is not very good. So what happen is like that, being a human being is, we always looking for the negative thing, for the criticism, for first thing that take our attention is the bad thing inside the human being. We don't recognize, we don't have the patience to see the everything in that human being from top to bottom, the way he's speaking, what that person is conveying, the trying to convey the message. We completely forget that every human being is imperfect, including each one of us, including me also. We all are imperfect in every sense, so either by looks or by by our character. We all have one positive and one negative side, but when we judge a person, our first thing that takes us by our attention is like that, the negative part only. We never think that, okay, if that person or that lady is fat, and if that lady is dancing, we should give a kudos to that person, that being a fat, she has so much confidence that she can dance in front of so many people or audience, or she's dancing on a social media, wherever it is. The first important thing we should, this is called the having the wisdom to find the positivity in every negative situation. We will never say that positive thing, but why it happens? Because in our mind suddenly what comes in our mind at first glance is the negativity, or we try to look for the negative things in that person. Okay, that person is fat, it's not our fault, because throughout the generation and generation we have been taught by our friend or by our parents, grandparents, by our family, by co-workers, by wherever you are working, by strangers, everywhere, or in TV, social media, everywhere you will see that people are always criticizing for others looks, or the mannerism, however they are talking, they are always taking the negativity first. And if there is any positivity, they just completely ignore, or either some people don't give any credit for what the positive things that is inside that person. But Jesus, when burned, that the disciples of Jesus, when he said that that person is criminal, he is killing everyone, he's he is just making everyone's life hell. And so that Jesus, he said that he is the chosen one, he should have to suffer in my name, but he never treated badly. He saw everything, Jesus knows everything about Saul, but he never said anything bad about him. But being the bad, he could see the positive thing in Saint Saul. That means we as a human being, when we are also reading the Bible, we cannot find anything good in that. This is our human thought. But Jesus, what he wants to convey the message during that conversation is, Saint Paul is, there is some kind of potential in Saint Paul, which we overlook, which we could not see, because what we are listening, what we are seeing, what we are reading, from that onwards we can only see that he is not a very good man, he is treating people very badly. But being God, being wise, God has a wisdom, he took only the positive side of St. Paul, and he used St. Paul, to spread the gospel, to spread the teachings, to fulfill the mission here on this earth. He is a chosen one. Understand what a lovely thought about God is. So God is saying that no matter how much that person is bad or ugly, put a full glance at that person. Do not judge on the appearances. As Jesus has says that don't judge any person by their outward appearances, or if you find any kind of fault in that person, just, I know it's very hard for us in this today's generation, because these people we are surrounded by so many negativity in this world, that it is sometimes becomes, we also get provoked, we also try to fit into this world and try to go with the world, and in this we completely lose ourselves in try to fit in this wicked world. I've seen many people who are genuinely very good in their heart, but they are so fearful, they're so afraid, that in order to make this other people happy, they just try to mold into that situation, they try to fit in order to fit in this situation, they just change their behavior. If they are good, they started behaving weirdly in a bad manner, because they just want to be seen, they just want to fit in. It's not their fault, but it is the fault of this generation. Whoever performs, whoever behaves in a very cruel manner, whoever is very harsh, the world is in their hand. So what happened, even if there is some person is good, they feel like that if I am behaving good, if I am in a good manner, nobody, I'm not able, I'm not being able to seen, or people is just trying to say that I don't, or that other people who are wicked one, they don't believe that person, or this person has being isolated from that situation, or they are getting lonely. So in order to be seen by their friends, by family, by people, outside people, they change their behavior, and they are turning themselves and behaving like this other, the people of this world, the negative people, the wicked people of this world. But that is why what happened is, like nowadays you will hardly find any people who has this wisdom to take the good from the bad. That what Jesus did is, when he saw Saul, when he saw that he is bad from every area of life, I'm not saying that that means that the disciple is a bad person, but we being a human being, we all lacks wisdom. We all feel that whenever we see somebody, we should take the negativity out from the positivity, not the positivity out from the negativity. So Jesus is trying to teach us through this that whenever you see somebody, use his wisdom, how to use his wisdom to discern even that person is worst, if that person is a terrorist or that person is killing somebody. Even, I'm not saying they are criminal, they should be put into jail. This to this degree was Saul, like his character was very bad. But I'm not saying to forgive that person or who is doing bad to you, but I'm trying to say that, like the way Jesus understood, took the positivity from the Paul, which we all overlooked, you know, but Jesus has seen the positive side of that person. So we need to understand that from now onwards, every and each one of us, what is our duty will be, if we really love Jesus and if you are really following his path. First thing we need to learn from him is, whenever you see somebody, you know first thing, I know it will be hard in the beginning, just find out one good character from that person, find out what is one of the positive trait that person has got. I'm not saying that if that person is very bad, go to him, talk to him, try to make friendship with him, try to change him, try to fix his character, try to fix this person. No, not that at all. Everybody has their own set of behaviors. You cannot change anybody's behavior, you can only change yourself. But the thing is, you when you are observing this person, instead of finding the negativity or trying to find any fault with that person, try to see what positive trait he has or she has got in them. At least one should be there in his character. If he's totally bad, I don't know that thing. But this is the first task. Your friends, your family, or stranger, with whoever you are working, whenever you are also walking on the street, you are talking with strangers, new people, you are making new connections, you are just, if you hate somebody also, sit at your home one day and try to think about that person. I really hate that person. That's true, very well. God is not forcing you to go and talk to that person, even if you don't like that person. No, we all have a choice. But just sit in your house and see for one time, maybe that person has one good character in that, you know that maybe that person has some one of the good characters that might I might overlook. Because, so what you need to do is try to find that good character. And when you practice that thing, with one, just take it as a game. I'm saying game means, this playing with your mind. I'm saying that, go and take each day, every morning, whenever you meet somebody new in your life, or it can be your parents, it can be your family, friends, whoever this is. If you have any kind of person whom you don't like very much, try to think about that person at least in a day. Or any person you don't like, or random person, if you meet some random person, go to try and first do one thing, that find one character of that person which you really like most. And you can see the bad part, which comes naturally to us, to see the bad things and overlook the good ones, and not even try, but try to find the good, try to do the reverse things. This is the wisdom of God. If you can't do, ask in prayer to Jesus to give the wisdom, to give the discernment, what are the good qualities of that person. And according to that, you will find yourself that you have become very patient, you have tried to analyze every situation thing. You will see that there is a change in your way of thought. Your mind has automatically turning into very positive. You will start seeing things in a very positive light. Whenever you go, it will, this type of game, when you are playing with your own mind, I'm not saying in a bad manner, don't take it in a bad way. I mean, many people will think this playing games and all things I'm talking, it's not like that. It's just, when you, this is like a something, if you practice it daily, when to find out at least one good character of every person, this will become, through your daily practice, it will become your habit. So whenever you will go and interact with any person, the first thing will certainly come into your mind is to see the good in every in every person. So from that time onwards, you will see that your mind has become so much powerful. It has completely turned into positive thinking. You will never feel pessimistic about life. If your life is going through challenging situation, if you are going through trials and tribulations in your life, you will try to find always the positive side of those situations. So even if you are going through challenging situation, what we generally do is, we will see that the negative part. We whenever challenges come, we got broke in that situation. We never think that, what are the lessons that challenge our challenging situation is trying to teach us. Did you ever consider that fact? Because I'm talking about everywhere, everyone, that we become so much frustrated and devastated, vulnerable about, when we go through the challenging situation, we completely forget that this through this challenging situation, God wants us to, or God is giving some kind of message that we need to work on ourselves, or there is something I need to change in my own character. I need to take accountability of some of the negative thing that might be happening in my mind. That is why I'm repeating the same type of challenging situation I'm going through every moment in my life. Only the face of the person is changing, but the situation is still the same. Why this situation is still the same, and why you feel that there is a repetitive there is a repetition of the same negative situation in your life? It is not the situation. The situation will always happen to you every day in your life. But try to understand what is the lessons that God is trying to teach you. There is some kind of positive things that is there in this challenging situation, or there might be some kind of, negativity in yourself that you need to work over in that situation. So for that reason, those situations or their trials and tribulation comes in your life. So take the positive thing from the challenging situation and leave the rest, leave the negativity. Nobody is telling you that the people who is causing you harm or trying to cause damage to you, go and talk to that person, love that person. But there can be still some problem within yourself that you need to change, or you need to work, or you need to take the responsibility of the problem or the fear or anxiety, whatever you are having in that situation. You need to analyze those things and take responsibility for all the negativity that is going on inside your mind. Maybe this has been taking place from your childhood time, and you didn't work on that. Whenever you feel some kind of negativity or fear, the same situation when happening in your life over and over again, what happen is like that, maybe you are always trying to run or rush from that, or you try to escape from that fear or anxiety, whatever happened, but you never try to sit and work on those fear. That is why what is happening, whenever you are escaping from one situation, you are meeting the next trials, next challenging situation that is same as that before, but the thing is like that, the person or the situation is slightly different, but overall the experiences are same. Then when these things are the same pattern are, happening in your life, go and sit in one place and try to think, what is the reason why I am escaping? Why is the fear coming? Why is the anxiety coming with the same situation in my life? What I need to change in myself? It is not, you can't change anybody apart from yourself. You cannot control anybody's life or emotion, what or their action towards you. But there might be some kind of difficulties that is in you, and the challenges that you are facing, even instead of getting frustrated, try to see what is the message that is God wants to reveal, what he is showing to you, how you need to change your life, or how you need to change as a person, what the message, positive message that he is trying to send. That is the thing. Don't take it as a punishment. Don't take it like God wants to give you punish for some kind of sin you have made. Listen, we all are sinner. If God tries to give punishment to each and everybody, in the entire world would have died. But this is not so. God is sending you this some kind of message that you might be overlooking. Why you are overlooking? Because as I have said, that whenever you are interacting with human being, you might always, your first thing what you take out from that person's behavior or from their outward appearances is that negativity. That is why when challenging situation comes into your life, first thing that you are seeing is the negativity, which is very common in life. But just do it reverse, as I have told you before. Practice that thing, trying to find the positive things in every situation or in every human being. Then from that day onwards, you will see that whenever challenging situation comes into your life, you will always find the positive things from that situation and work to your advantage. You will try to change your inner behavior, your fear and anxiety, your tension, the stress that situation is causing into you. And when you are going to change your inner self, you will find that next time onward, even if those situation is happening in your life, you will always find an escape route. You will leave the past to the past. You will not be bothered anymore by that situation, because you now have changed as a person. So you won't get bothered by whatever is happening outside yourself, and you will move on like something has never happened. You will be released from your fear, you will be released from the stress and anxiety, and the rest of the thing which is causing you stress or tension, the situation, it will take care of yourself. It will completely go out from your life. So understand one thing: Jesus wants us to see the positive thing in every negative situation. In this way you can be your best version, you can change yourself, you will become a a completely different person. In every situation you will only see the positive thing. You will never think in a pessimistic way. Whenever you will think, you will think in a more positive light. You see that from this time onwards, whenever you are thinking, you are not thinking like the rest of the people, because God's wisdom is with you. God has taught you to find the positivity. So if the rest of the people are criticizing others, you will see that you are not criticizing. You are a calm and cool headed person, because what you are first seeing in the situation or in that person is the positivity. That is complete. From that day onward, your life, you are going to see completely change. You see that those people might not be with you. Those people will hate you or dislike you because you are not with them, but it doesn't matter. That's their problem. What you will find in yourself is you are a complete cool and calm person. You can go anything. You are free from any kind of stuck energy. You are free from any kind of pessimistic or negative thought in yourself. After all, Jesus, why this he teaches all these things to us? Because know that it is not to change other people. It is all only to change ourselves, to change our own behavior, our thought pattern, everything about us. It's ultimately, it's everything is about us and our behavior and our way of thinking. When we change ourselves, the world will automatically change. Hope you like my video. Thank you so much.